How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of To Buy or Not To Buy. It's been a little while since I've made a video. I just started a new job, and it's a lot of manual labor. It's in the tree industry, very using your body type of work, and I've been exhausted when I come home. And on top of that, we're in the process of building a fence, and we've got to get our house painted and all this other fun stuff. And along with the new baby, he's doing awesome. Although he has been sick a lot. He got COVID, and then he got colic, and then he got something else that's only babies get. It's like the flu for babies, but it was just like back to back to back. He's a champ though. He toughed his way right through it. And even despite being really sick a lot of the time, he would still smile whenever he saw me or his mom. So, you know, it's very encouraging because, I mean, pretty much that's all he knew. He's 5 months old, and he's been sick for like 3.5 of that 5 months, and he's just a little trooper. Man, I'm kind of tired right now. I'm trying to like hold my eyes open, but that's why I got these right here. These really help out a lot. I'm just trying not to get too many of them because, you know, wake up and it feel like somebody punched you in the back. Okay, whew. Here we go. So I got a lot of stuff. I don't like to do it this way. I am trying to get it to where when I get like 1 or 2 things, I'm doing a video, because I would like to keep the videos around 5 or 10 minutes long. I know the people that watch these videos aren't really digging the 15 or 20 minutes. So for here on out, I'm going to try to get set times. The job that I have is very routine. It's very structured. I'm used to getting... I'm getting used to the physical aspect of it. It's very physically demanding. So once I can get in the, once I can start to hang with that, I'll try to be more routine with these videos. Concert season is getting ready to come up here too. So my wife and I go to a lot of shows. And I hope to get out there and start interviewing people at shows and seeing, you know, what people's thoughts are on certain bands and all that. I was supposed to go to the Obituary Municipal Waste show, but I'm not going to lie. I was just so burnt out that I didn't feel like driving. I didn't feel like going into a packed room full of people and trying to suck air through a mask after breathing in tree pollen all day long. It didn't really sound appealing to me, although I really wanted to see Obituary. I don't know when they're going to come back around, and I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't go. But with the job that I have now, I really have to be alert and focused, or I could kill somebody. It's the type of job where if you make a mistake, you can cut your leg off, or you can cut an arm off, or you can... I cut something wrong and it'll go rolling downhill and hit somebody, or, you know, stuff like that. So I really have to be vigilant, and being alert and focused is my #1 priority. So let's go ahead and dive right on into these. These are some very oddball things, but these are things that I got because they kind of fit into the motif that I have in my room, or the feng shui, or whatever you want to call it. The first thing I've got right here is the die-cast metals Batman Arkham Knight, Batmobile, and Batman. And I have a few of these already on the smaller scale. They're up on a shelf over here. I'm specifically designing a whole shelf for nothing but Batman stuff. It's going to have it's already got some of my Lego Batmobile stuff on it. It's got the Robert Pattinson Batmobile, the Technique one right here. I've got the Adam West Batmobile with the Joker and the Adam West Batman. I have the Batwing that I still need to build. I have the Batmobile tumbler. I have the Batwing. I said that already. I'm trying to get a hold of the 1989 Michael Keaton Batmobile, not the Legendary Edition one, but the other one. But for whatever reason, it's going up and up and up in price. I should have bought it when I had the chance, when it was at $200, and that thing is up around $500 right now, and I'm just not paying that much for it. That's ridiculous. So I'm gonna wait for the craze to go down a little bit, and then I'll probably get one. Hopefully Lego will reissue one here pretty soon. But I really dig Batman as a superhero. And all his little cool gadgets. I think the reason why I like Batman so much is because Batman is just a normal person, you know, and he doesn't have any special abilities. He didn't fall into a vat of acid. He didn't get injected with some weird serum. He was just a guy that had a shit ton of money and reinvested it back into himself and just designed all these kick-ass cool little gadgets. And I mean, that's kind of far out there, but at the same time, I mean, the only difference between him and I is the fact that he comes from a wealthy family, you know, and I think that that's extremely relatable. It's really hard to relate to the Hulk when I can't turn into this big monstrous green thing that goes around smashing the cities and all that. I'm just going to showcase these off right now. I'm not going to open them up, but this brand right here that makes these is, they're very awesome. There's a lot of detail in the vehicles that they make. Not so much the figures, but the figures aren't necessarily what's, you know, popping about these things. It's the vehicles. I think the figures are there just to kind of, you know, showcase off the vehicle a little bit more. Not to say that the characters or the figures are crappy or anything, but the real centerpiece here is the vehicle. And I highly recommend, if you're a fan of Batman and the Batmobile and all that stuff, and you want something for the, you know, the corner of your office, or, you know, just something on your nightstand or something like that, that doesn't take up too much room, is fairly cheap, and is really cool, I highly recommend these right here. You can find them on Amazon. I think these were only like 30 bucks each for the bigger ones. The smaller ones, I think, are like $10 a piece. And you can see all the different styles that they have back here. I'm not going to go for all of these. I may get that big tumbler right there just because I like it. I have the Michael Keaton Batmobile one up there. I have a keychain Funko Pop Batman sitting inside of it. Mine didn't come with the figure though. It was just the Batmobile, so that must be something new. But they're from this company called Jada Toys. They're called Metal Die Casts, Hollywood Rides. So that's these right here. Like I said, I'm not going to open them up right now because I've still got a lot of rearranging and stuff to do in my room. I've got to finish building my tumbler. I have to build the Batwing, and I have to clear a spot on my wall to mount the Batwing. And then there's a company called Brixmax, I think, but they make lighting kits for a lot of Lego things, and I'm going to get the lighting kit for behind the Batwing. And then I know there are companies that make toy moons that you can hang them on the wall and push it and it lights up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like a mount that sticks out from the wall, and I'm going to put the Batwing inside that, and I'm going to put the moon behind it to kind of reenact that famous scene with the Batwing coming up, going into the moon, and then dropping back down. I've been kind of wanting to do that since I found out that they made a big-ass Lego Batwing. And, yeah. All right, so we're going to move on to the next thing. The next thing isn't something I got at a store. They did sell it in the stores at one time. It was sold at GameStop. But this was sold to me by a friend, and if he sees this, there's a few items in here that I'm going to showcase today that came from him, and I want to thank you. These are all really cool pieces, and I appreciate that you chose me to, you know, basically pass them off to. And this one right here is the Cassandra statue from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I think this actually came with the Ultimate Collector's Edition that you could pre-order. I'm not sure. I've only played a couple of the Assassin's Creed games. That they've never really been my kind of thing. I'm more of, at the time I was way into Final Fantasy 14 and Destiny. That's all I played. I didn't really have time for anything else. Final Fantasy 14 in itself, it's like a career. You know what I mean? I couldn't even max out just a couple of characters playing 12 hours a day. So, but I did play Black Flag. I did play, I think, what was it, Bloodlines. I did play, what was the other one that I played? Brotherhood, I think. They're very cool games. I have nothing against them. They weren't really meant for me. You know what I mean? They're not really my cup of tea. So we're going to go ahead and open her up, and I'm eventually going to find a spot for her. Usually with this kind of stuff right here, the stuff with bigger companies like Ubisoft and Bungie and stuff like that, the stuff that comes with them, it is very like high quality. It's very heavy. It probably weighs about 3 pounds. This is a solid platform that it's sitting on. The statue itself seems to be very, for the price that I paid for it, it's extremely detailed. Let's see if we can get some close-ups of her right there. Very cool. I'm not exactly sure what she had to do with it. I have yet to play this one. I think when Odyssey came out, I was managing a gas station, and I was there 16, 17 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I wasn't really playing video games at that point in my life, and if I was, it was Destiny or Final Fantasy 14. But I did see a lot of gameplay, and it seemed very cool, and maybe one of these days I'm going to bust it out. I have it, I need to open it and actually put it in, download it, and play it. I think my copy's still wrapped in plastic. I have quite a few games that are still wrapped in plastic. Usually when I get a job, I turn into like a Class A workaholic, and I get extremely immersed in my work, and I know it's not healthy. But, yeah. Let me get this stuff cleared and put away. I need to put her back in the box because that's just in my way. See, this video is already at 13 minutes right here, and I want to avoid doing this. I don't want you guys to have to sit through a half an hour of bullshit. The next one is a big one. So, altogether, Funko has made 4 of these. Alright, they're oversized Funkos. There's Harry Potter, there's Groot, there's Batman, and Pikachu. I owned Pikachu, Groot, and Batman, and I finally got this one, so I own all of the oversized Funkos. So, let's go ahead and get my trusty Kershaw, and we're gonna open this bad dude up. Like I said, right now we're at 29 subscribers. Once we hit 50, we're going to be giving away that copy of Horizon Forbidden West. So everybody make sure to get the message out there. Tell your friends. You know, like I said, here at Everything You Nerd, we do more than just video games and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a chainsaw video here pretty soon. I've got a, what is it, a 32-inch, I think it's a 462 cm still coming in, and I cannot wait to get that bad boy. I tell you what, yeah. All right, so the crappy thing with these Funkos is they come like this right here. As I've said in previous videos, I don't like to open my Funkos. I like to keep them packed away. But this is how these ones come right here. And here he is. Harry Potter. They're not too heavy, and they're pretty high quality. You know, I've knocked my Batman one over a couple of times, and he's still in one piece. But I mean, they're just so freaking cool. It's hard to, you know, it's hard to say no to these. But he's kind of creepy looking, isn't he? Expect a picture of him. Sorry. All right. See, try not to get stuck on one thing for too long. Whoa! Sorry about that. That's a big old box. Over here knocking everything over. Whew. Man, I need to get a little more professional. Maybe I should hire somebody. Okay, so next thing is, this is another thing that came out with, so when Final Fantasy VII came out with the remake, there was a collector's edition that came out. And then when the DLC, the Intergrade, came out, this was actually no, I take that back, sorry. This was something that came from the Square Enix store. This was passed on to me by the same person that gave me the Assassin's Creed statue. I'm not gonna open this up right now because I want to do a little more research on it first. I don't know if it's a collectible item or not, and if it is a collectible item, I'm probably not gonna open it. But if it's something that's like an average item that you may or may not still be able to acquire in the Square Enix store, I'll probably, if it is, I will probably open it. But if it isn't, I'm probably going to stash it away with my Final Fantasy XII Vaughn statue. Just because I know sometimes these right here, collectors, they get kind of weird with them. So for now, I'm just going to show it off. It's Tifa Lockhart. Let me see if I can... That reflection is gnarly. Very cool, though. Very awesome. The statue itself is very detailed. And you can swap out the faces and the hands. And you can put her in all sorts of different... positions and all that. But I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy in general, not just 7. Honestly, 12 is probably my favorite, either 12 or 13. Really liked 1, and I played 3 a little bit. I dabbled with the other ones. Like I said, once I get a job, I turn into a workaholic, and that's like my main area of focus. And it's really hard to make time for anything else. As I've gotten older, I've been able to rein in on that a little bit. But, yeah. I was super excited when this was mentioned and shown to me. And I felt very honored that the individual chose me to pass it on to. So, like I said, I do want to open it, but at the same time, I don't. Just because I don't want to devalue it in any way, shape, or form. It is for me. It's for my enjoyment. I don't plan on selling it or anything. But in the event that if something happened to me, I would like to be able to leave like a little nest egg for my family for them to take and, you know, be able to, you know, do what they have to do with the stuff to, you know, have some sort of something to help take care of them. You know, I do plan on passing all this stuff on to my kids in the future, you know, and I know some of the stuff they'll probably want to keep, and then some of the stuff that doesn't have any sentimental value to them, they'll probably just get rid of. Moving on though, this is something from a game I haven't played in a long time. A huge fan of it, but I haven't been able to get into it. It's basically a bust of Lord Shax's head. This was the display one, so it's already been opened up. You can get this. This was kind of expensive, actually. It was $60 over at GameStop. But as I say in all my videos, GameStop is an extremely good place to go and get collectibles from. At least I know my GameStop is. The people that work over at my GameStop are some of the most amazing and fantastic people I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that either. The customer service I get when I go in there, it feels like a second home. You know, that's where I go to hang out and kill time, just because they're always extremely knowledgeable, you know, and I'm mumbling, but here we go. It's a cool little thing of Shaxx. If you're a person that's super into Destiny and the Crucible and all that, which most Destiny players are, that's kind of what the end game content is. And that I'm not a PvP person at all. I am a story-driven person. That's why I can't really get into Destiny anymore. The clan that I played with, I don't want to speak negatively of anybody. Let's just say I don't associate with them anymore. Some things were said from both parties, and I don't like being in that state of mind. I'm only here on this planet one time, and I don't want to be around negativity at all. And that's all I will say is there was a whole lot of complaining going on, and man, I'm only here one time. You know, I play games to have fun and unwind. You know what I mean? This isn't a job for me. It's like reading a book and watching a movie at the same time. It's just purely entertainment and kind of social time as well. You know, but you know, I spent a lot of time playing with those dudes, and I mean, it is what it is. I grew up and most of them didn't, but I still like Destiny, and maybe one day I'll get back into it. But I just thought that this was super cool, and I know there's a lot of Destiny fans out there, and I know there's a lot of Destiny Crucible fans out there, and this would be the perfect little trophy piece to go above your PC or your PS5 or your Xbox, whatever you got. And so I highly recommend this. It's very, very solid. It's very well built. It's very detailed. You can see all like his little markings and everything. But I would have to give this one an 8, just because of what it symbolizes and how cool it is. All right, let's move on to the next thing, because I'm already at 24 minutes. Oh, shit. Okay, this right here is I've shown things off from this company before. It's official Bandai Namco stuff, but this is a Monkey D. Luffy thing. Oh my god, those little pieces of tape drive me nuts. Alright. Same principle as I've shown off in my other videos. If you haven't watched any of my other unboxing videos, They basically come in a whole bunch of separate bags that are connected like this. And he's actually all in one piece. I'm a huge fan of One Piece. I love the show. I'm waiting for... I'm only on season 3 right now because I don't have time to watch the subtitles, or else I would watch the shit out of this show. Very cool. Very cool. Monkey D. Luffy, probably one of my favorite characters. Such an awesome character. So goofy. So, yeah. Okay, so the next piece is, I actually have the other pieces. This is kind of a set. I have the Stranger, I have not the Traveler, whatever his name is, that does Gambit. There's a Cade one that's like this, but this is official Bungie memorabilia. This is a 10-inch Eris Morn. Like I said, they make the Stranger, there's a Cade one, there is a Shaxx one, there's a Drifter one, but like I said, even though I don't play Destiny right now, you know, Destiny 1 was a huge part of my life, and I will forever remember the three-eyed chick known as Eris Morn. Usually when these come out, I have to get them, even though I haven't played Destiny in a couple years. I still read all the comics and stuff like that come out. I got the cookbook, and D is for Destiny, the kids' book. I just leaked everywhere. I hope nobody saw that. But very cool. They're only about 40 or 50 bucks. If you're a Destiny fan, I highly recommend these. If you're definitely a D1 fan, I deeply recommend these right here. They're pretty damn detailed, and they're very cool to have. They're nice and sturdy. They come on a cool ass little stand, but you can just pop them up anywhere. Okay, let's move on to the next one, because I am running out of time here. This next one is the Iron Man Infinity Gauntlet. Ooh. I can't fit my hand in it. Or maybe I can. But it's meant for somebody. See that you snap? That's what it's supposed. Oh, it's supposed to do something when you snap. My hand might be a little too big for it, but you can. So the way that it comes, this is a display model. Or no, I take that back. I've already opened this and assembled this. I forgot. The video that I was going to make on it, I had to just delete it, so I put it back in the box so I could open it and show you guys. But all of these come in separate pieces, and you got to put them in, and you can push them all, and they do different things. The batteries pop in right here. There's little maneuverable joints. This is really just like a display thing. It's not very comfortable for your hand because the way that they had to mold the end of it. But still pretty damn cool for any Marvel fans out there. Okay. On to the next thing. We only have a couple more things left. This video is already way too damn long. This is by one of my favorite companies right here. This is a Fig Arts Naruto. I love the SH Fig Arts. And the reason why is because they're not too expensive, but yet they're... Oh, shoot. That's the only thing I don't like about them is you can lose the pieces really quick. I already lost the kunai. Shoot. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to have a hard time showing this one off. You can change out the faces in these. You can change out the hands. I mean, you can move the toes, you can move the ankles, you can move the knees, the hips, the chest, the arms, the elbows. You can move all these different pieces on them so you can position it exactly how you want it. And that's what I love about these right here. So I'm going to just set him off to the side because, like I said, that's the only crappy thing about those is the pieces are really easy to lose. And in my previous video, I showed off like a little DeWalt. It's like a nut and bolt suitcase thing. I get those because you can get multiple versions of it and you can hook them all together. You can get the big one, the small one, the medium, and they all hook together. So I get those to separate all my little pieces and everything. We got just a couple more items left. This next thing was from the same individual that passed off the other couple items. This has never been opened though. This came from the collector's edition of Soul Calibur 6. Super excited for this. I'm not a huge fan of Soul Calibur, but I always dig these collector edition statues because there's always a lot of detail in it. I can't remember her name though. It was Soul Calibur. And what is her name? It's man, I can't remember her name. But there we go. If you know who she is, let me know. Because the box is blank. It came in the box with Soul Calibur 6. Still very cool, very awesome, very detailed, super sexy. So she's going up. Okay, I have one last item. And I don't know if I'm going to open this up or not. You know what? It has been opened. This is from the actual collector's edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And this was the original item that I was told about. I didn't realize it came in a bunch of different pieces, but this is Cloud on the motorcycle. If you do the research and you look up Final Fantasy VII Remake Collector's Edition, this is the statue that came with it, the $350 edition. I'm not going to build it right now because it looks like there's quite a few pieces to put together. But this piece is freaking awesome. It's going to go up. It's going to be probably a centerpiece in my room somewhere. And I am in love with this piece right here. And I'm so glad that I got my hands on one because they sold out super quick when that game first came out. And I could not get one. And I have just been blessed. So I will definitely show it off in the next video that I do. I have a couple things coming in over the next week and a half or so that I'm going to do videos on. But I also wanted to tell you guys that we do more, like I said multiple times, we do more than just this type of stuff right here. I do test videos of power tools for stuff, and if there's something that you guys want to see, just message me and let me know, and I'll try to do a video on it. I know for me, everything was a learning experience. You know, I grew up in apartments and stuff like that, and I really didn't have a lot growing up. So I know that when people spend their money, it's going to be on something that they want that's going to last, you know, and that's what I want to try to get out there. I know this video was really long. I apologize, you guys. I appreciate anybody that stuck through this. Like I said, all we need is 21 more subscribers, and we hit that 50 subscriber mark for the $50 Amazon gift card. At 75 subscribers, we're going to be doing a $50 Home Depot gift card. And then when we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing the free raffle for the Amazon or the Horizon Forbidden West PS5 copy of the game. So get out there, spread the word to Herd Your Inner Nerd over here at Everything You Nerd. And remember, come hang out. If you guys want to get down on some PC games, we're going to be doing a video on the Steam Deck when it comes out. I can't wait for that. Super excited. We've got Elden Ring. We've got Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I think I've got a concert coming up too where I'm going to interview a bunch of people. It's Cannibal Corpse and a couple other bands. I'm taking my son Gabriel to that. So hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. And with that, peace.